de ewom woni se Coup plotters enipa bi a wo mukọbọ posenka Ekufuado aben amemwo ni nkoyie CD depreciation ho nsem oba ya na ama economy no esini trust ni ntino allegedly ebeto dwase nipa bi akọbọpọ sa amemwo ni nkoyie ntinke ye fa kwati kwan so na military rule asaba na yetu aban no atwogu eno na nam so ema anoma bi kohu hrema edigu abambofuo bi asomu enam so ma yekokyere enipa no bi esusu se saa ku hu nsemi wo ho bomu emfinhia mienu ena ekeka kwei yede ni mpefra wo court saa esanse wona ya kyere wono mu a yentumi mo wo nkwadu no broni beka so mo ye suspect enti se di mo kogina da kam no mo se setede kwadu edi bo wo mo no enye no kura untumi mu a wono mo fo ntem saa wono wo mo cancel wo ma lawyer fo so ho no mo a e wo so mo hwe na asem no o mo dima wono enti ene high court e court na ase no 6 individuals eye enipa makomako ensia court no etumi abua wono mo fo kwadu edi abo wono mo ne say conspiracy to commit high treason say wono makobopo say won betu o man Ghana akonya no ye opanyi bi tusu atu awuo na mpampa say yekobopo no yetu ho anamo kakra say yebeye sa treason no anti treasonable comment any actions na ewom wo no ana mpanyifo agina so a yetumi abu anipa makomako besi ensia wonom efo na mene wokase de mienu no eka ho no ya wono ni assistant commissioner of police eyora Benjamin Agodzo anase Agodzo eni Colonel Kamili enipa mienu die mpanyifo am yenya ntie se won so se abrobensu yehwehwehwe wonsem wono salary enya di akwadu yede bo sankrofo nsia no waka ho bi enti wonum de won magya won kra na asenie no yebeka yi a afia etwa mu no mu no na mpanyimfo ani abre pa sa won behwe na asem no wonum atumi adi nenso prosecutor ya asem no ejina ne so pae wono eye aban lawyer panyin attorney general Ora Godfred Yeboa Odame na e wo se doctor yetumi gina so ne hwehwemu yie ne de kwadu ne ma wo mo no na yentumi enwie ne peyo eno ne nam so ma ye diwura afimu ene high court akwakosi gina ye ewom na opanyin ba ko a treason hu nsemi na ne hu bo mu pa ene Dr. McPalm yebeka ya alajo ye no ewon kran etiko heyeyi yesi hospital ba ku bi na eyede de honom ana na kyese wo muta akohia kobobopo enam so ma aposifuo bowura honom a ene omu kyese accoutrement ye no ye akodie mu niema atuo sikan ne agade allegedly omunya bebre edifri no ho ede nam so ma papa no wodi court akonia basa ne yade ni mu no e ma yetimi grantee bill kakra ede ma no fofi anto atade bechen ama Dr. Pam akopiem ewasem dibia no ene beto odwa se bamwowuo ato yensa ade afre no a waye nyankopon edia enti nipa bi esode ye wo mayimu sa memwoni nkoye enti no ye fa soja aban emetena so nanka yenye Coup no emu be sensia de yetumi ebua wonfo enne ya mienu eka ho eye police ni Benjamin Agodzo ene Colonel Kamili de penfo kyese won hu so wonye hwe enu nti yeja wonom en me no ka se de abalo ya panyin ni defense team ahodo bebre ene kopiem wasem de bia asem no wo mutumi ediye yada sujina sa ensem kroye mu na ACP Agodzo ene nipa mienu eka ho a yeja wo no omu council reps eya lawyer fo mu twitwaje won bepie mu na ruling ebe awie ye nsemtwerefo bu pia wonom ne won twetwe nkomo se eko se nie omu se na ase enko a eno mudi menyankopon
warrior straight in battle Jehovah is your name Jehovah is your name Jehovah is your name, mighty warrior, strong in battle. Jehovah is your name. And push it hard. It didn't work. Our God doesn't fail. Now you want to ask what action next. Don't worry. I'll talk to my lawyers and then we will talk to the media at the appropriate time. So thank you very much.
How does it feel to be free after 5 years?
Well, I've always been free within my heart. I've always been free because I knew how it was going to end. From the beginning, I knew that is how it's going to end today. I didn't know when it was going to end, but I knew how it was going to end. It's like watching a movie, a replay with somebody. You know the end, but the person doesn't know. So you people didn't know the end. I knew the end.
The difference with the prosecution case in relation to ACP Agodzo was quite evident. I mean, because he was not on the specific platform by which the accused persons were planning to overthrow the government. But of course, the evidence that was laid relating to how he intended to disrupt the smooth run of the government by advocating an Arab Spring and all that was quite clear. It's the judgment. Now we entreat all citizens of the country to read the judgment carefully before making any unfounded comment at all. And Colonel Gamele, to the difficulty or the challenge that we had was a failure on the part of the prosecution witness to identify him in the video. And that really was quite fundamental. But in terms of acts that really were dishonorable, acts were deplorable from the perspective of a police officer or a military officer, you can see that was the service of the trial. Yes, apart from that, 5 soldiers were actually convicted of the offense of treason. And for me, that is what is mad. So it's very important that even these 5 officers of the Ghana Armed Forces, there had not been any clear evidence of their participation in such an activity, the monitoring of the activities in that regard. God knows what would have happened to this country.
Praise. The judgment was erudite. That's what lawyers say. Excellent. All right. To the extent that my client was acquitted. Naturally, I have to speak about my client alone, right? And my client is ACP Dr. Benjamin Agodzo, right? And you see that from day one, Agodzo had always made it clear that, listen, he was just giving advice about how to get citizens active, the third group as an NGO to get active. And there was going to be a demonstration. Then he said, look, pass through the legal means. Because he said, look, conditions are ripe in Ghana for another spring. And you see, since the time he spoke, it's gotten worse. That was before COVID hit. And you are aware that when COVID hit, about 850,000 more of our fellow Ghanaians were, pushed down into the, below the poverty line. So now more people are hungry. More people are out of jobs. You see, unemployment is gone through the roof. So these are the things he's talking about. And yet the state wove a very frivolous case, frivolous to the highest degree, around his neck. And today you see the court has exonerated him. We'll sue the state for compensation. But this case has always been frivolous against him from day one. Lie in the mouth of the Attorney General to say that. It doesn't lie in his mouth. When he was in opposition as part of AFAG, he wanted to go on a demonstration. President Mills had to step in. The police stopped them. President Mills had to step in to say he has a right to demonstrate. So why won't there's a police officer? He didn't say he was going to demonstrate himself. He was just teaching, or let's say giving advice to intended demonstrators on following the law.
I think I've spoken to them. I think about one of my clients has been acquitted and discharged. I believe that the evidence we have put before this court, they hadn't critically looked at some of the cross-examination and evidence, some of the loopholes. And I think that is a process we would definitely be going to the Supreme Court for it to also look at the evidence.